How to hook up a connection real quick. First things first, my name's Kenneth Byrd. My company is ILEG Technology-SCREENS. Yeah, I'm here for a moment. I'll be doing some lives a little bit here and there, but not pretty much like every day like I was doing or multiple times a day. Mostly it'd be just like I said, we do the whatchamacallit, the mashups, but that's basically about it. But I thought I'd do this live because I like doing this right here. So anyway, took a lot of man hours to get that thing finished. I'm not even done yet. I just finally got the PC into the case itself. And then trying to figure out how to get that thing to connect to the box behind it, which again is a little heavy because of the liquid cooling system is up top. But you're always supposed to have liquid cooling systems up top because it gives a better transfer for that water to push back and forth. But anyway, yeah, it's getting there, man. I got to get my thermometer stat, which I think I'm going to put a thermometer stat right there in the corner, right over there. And as for all my wires and stuff on this side, this thing is mostly wireless. I'm going to basically put a port here on the side so I can bring everything up from the port back into here. But I'm going to use some of that, what do you call like that kind of like a funnel system that they use inside of freezers. It's kind of a silver funnel system. I'm going to connect it right there so I can put all my wires here and then connect that out and come out here. And then we put our screen right over there. Isn't that freaking cool? Yep. Just exactly how I imagined it, how it's going to be. Just like that. But you can see the other side. The other side has another PC installed into it. So this idea, this build, gives me information on how to build bigger and better versions of these. Because I do plan to build me another one out of wood. That's my next stage, but it won't be here. It'll be at my new spot, my new warehouse. I'm going to be setting up for doing work in. That's where it's going to be at. Now, again, we have people that are the haters. Well, y'all hate on everything, don't y'all? Y'all, if y'all not hating on my freaking screens at the end of the day and getting crushed in the process while we're doing it, you hate on our PCs at the end of the day. You're mad and bitter about that. But you don't have an imagination. Everybody's got an imagination. You just don't use yours. That's all to it. Or maybe you just can't think of anything to be to design and build or put together. You just rather just put it together. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, we travel in a different world. I think as I explained before. And again, I can't express this enough. When you make comments at the bottom, and that's why I put that little note down there. Please, haters, stop crying, because you don't cry a lot in my videos. But that's why I got it down there, because it's fun. It's fun to laugh at you. All PCs collect dust, every single one of them. So we have one person down there again. This person cannot be a PC gamer. He's not a PC gamer. He's not. I don't know if he's stealing so much content or what's going on, but he's not a PC gamer. How in the world are you a PC builder or whatever at the end of the day, and you don't know those machines don't collect dust? Are you kidding me? Every system collects dust. There's no system on the face of the planet that does not collect dust. So that's virtually impossible. So to sit there and say, hey, those boxes collect dust, PCs collect dust too. Gee whiz, not intelligent. The thing about it at the end of the day, you have to know how to clean your systems out. I know how to clean my system. My systems are designed from just filters on each one of those systems over there. So all I have to do is just pull a filter out and just clean it with a toothbrush, and that's it. Because I learned the lesson that when you have a bunch of PCs in your case, that they actually collect dust. Oh, here's over there. So it's running through there, it's running through my projector, and it's over there. That's where my screen is at. That's how big my screen is on my PC. Let me see. So, I built my own screens. So I can either put on a giant screen, or when I'm done with this, I got two side by side of the new gamer and physical technology, and I'll be gaming off on the 300 and 500 projector. And keep in mind, I can make that thing snow on my screen. Yeah, good luck on your PC doing that one. But then again, we are the ones who developed the technology, so yeah. Anyway, stand there. That's my screen compared to your little monster's house. Yeah, my screens are gigantic. Even my cat sleeps in there. Let me see where I want to go on this thing. Christian stuff here. Put this over here because I want to put this right out in the open. My stuff there. I'm going to pop over to YouTube. Let's see. Let me just come out of that commercial, then pop into another video to go into the same commercial to be running these things back to back. So that's my screen right there. That's hooked up to the PC behind me. And roughly my screen, I think it's roughly about 168 inches or something. It's huge. That's my screen. Pretty soon I have the transparent over there, which I have to figure out what PC. I might run this PC. No, because we got the 235.1 coming up. So 235.1, I might run the PlayStation to that. The 235.1. No, run the PC to it. Run the PC to it. It'll be fun. Run the PC to it. I'll run the PC to that. So this unit right there, that's the screen that's being set up for that one right there. That's going to be a transparent screen we're hooking up over there. I just got to get around to going out to my buddy's house and spraying my plexiglass. So that's for that one over there. Or I can switch up to the two screens, which I'll have sitting on top of these things, which I can allow to make it snow. So I can basically remove this. I'm going to do a test run on this real quick. And I like the wall PC better because the wall PC gives me a whole lot more room on my desk. I want to get these big bulky machines in the way. I can have them flat to the wall. I actually got one coming out flatter than that one I'm actually building. It's much flatter than that one. And it has a built-in screen into it because, again, we developed the paint and all that stuff like that. So we can put our own screens in. So it has its own screen built in. We got wires up to this. That's going to that. So glad to get all this stuff off my desk. Please don't have nothing on my desk but the screens, and that's it. And that's what I want to clean my desk up. The new one I'm designing is much more transparent, and I want to test and have a look at this. Let's put this up there for the time being. I'm going to get ready to put my ports in pretty soon. So the new full format we got is more transparent. That one's nice, but the other one's actually more transparent than that. I want to see more of my parts. Isn't that pretty cool? Yep, that's what we do. What do you do out there? That's what we in these boxes. So I'm going to be having this pretty soon. So it's a Velcro lock system, or maybe I might use a. Oh wait, we don't need to use this one here. We can use because we can use this. We can just make this. Forgot we go right from there to there. I'll use you. My cable run. The new one, what I'm going to have actually magnetically connects. I think I'm going to have a magnetic system for this one. Oh, this locks so nicely. So you have a magnetic system. So it locks on. I can take it off, put it back on. And these I'm going to actually run through a separate department through here. I'm going to come out through here and from there and there. So we can get the power supplies. I got to put funnel ports in there to run from there to there. So they come out and they connect in there. And then I put these panel we have here, up here, and along the side of here. All that's going to be paneled in so it all matches the desk. All right. Where is our attachment? Our attachment's there. Let's get some power on that. Power cables here. And that's what I wanted me to do. Put my visual effects on here, make it snow rain. That way I can make nuclear bombs go off, whatever I want, because this is what the screens are designed to do. Or I can game, watch movies, whatever I want. And again, this is why I believe that more of you guys make comments or console gamers. When you sit there and say dusty box, you do know that all machines collect dust, right? Your receivers, anything you have, all collects dust, everything. There's no machinery on the face of the planet can escape dust at all, period. Maybe maybe a magnetic or a static field, yes, that's something you can control, but dust you cannot control. So all machines get it at the end of the day. So to make that statement, again, it just gives off you're stupid. That's what it gives off. I know you're trying to make a smart remark, but it comes off of you being stupid. Let me explain something to you at the end of the day. Anyone that's a PC gamer knows from the door that machines collect dust. That's why they make air in the can or can in the air, whatever they call it. That's why. Any PC gamer knows you're going to collect dust. Anyone knows that. So that wasn't from a PC gamer. That was from a console. And from a console gamer, come on, you got to be kidding me. Your machines are dust magnets. I know. I had to mod one of your systems out so it doesn't collect dust. That one. Your PS4 looks like this? No, it doesn't. Mine does. You know why? Because that system's modified. I even have a built-in port at the bottom of it with a dust collector that collects any dust, and it shoots air through that sucker 24/7. So yeah, not only does your system overheat, but you run the risk of your system burning out. Don't even get me started on the PS5 flaws on basically cooling and freaking keeping dust out of that system. Literally left two open corridors where dust get actually pushed down into the heat sink. Which, if you don't know what a heat sink is, I have one around here and show them at the end of the day. They should know what a heat sink is. That's the sad thing about it. Let me put it this way: PC builders know their equipment. Unless you buy and you just got something you got from Geek Squad, you don't know jack what's inside your box at the end of the day, then that will be just you. Because if you talk to a person who's a PC gamer at the end of the day, and he's going to answer, did you buy or build? If you say that you bought at the end of the day, you're going to get less credit for that, because pretty much it's a build. The builders are the ones who get the credit. Even the basic builders. Even if you built a basic build with no modification technology, you still built it. That's the end of the day. That's what it comes down to. So it's a ranked system. You have different ranked systems in the hardware. You have different ranked system and category class of builders. And then you have people who buy. So if you bought one and you want to come off saying, you're a PC gamer. Yes, you are. You definitely are a PC gamer. But you don't fall in the category class of builders. Because builders, like the other guy who calls himself, we're going to call him PC guy, we don't call him king. I got guys that are way over him at the end of the day. And they don't call themselves kings. So anyway, so he's a builder, but he's not a modder. Modders are more advanced than builders because you know why? We can modify our hardware. We don't have to stay with stock. We don't want it. We just flip it, turn it to something else, advance it the way we want it. That's the difference between me and that. So all systems get dust. But the sad thing about the gaming console, they didn't give you. They should have put two. If I got the PS5, the first thing I would do is open that thing up, and basically I would go for those two ports, pull that fan out. You got two open ports there. I would basically put some kind of mesh or something in there to keep any dust from pushing. Air can travel through, but you don't want all that dust pushing in there because where the dust is going, you can't get access to that because that voids your warranty automatically from the door. They only gave you access to where the hard drive is at, and that's it. Any dust blows in there, your system slowly is screwing itself. That's what's happening. And if any of those heat sinks get covered in dust, you're screwed because that thing's going to eventually burn itself out. You're going to notice it in gameplay. Like your game's going to be much slower. It's going to be longer for your system to cut on or cut off. And you're going to have a smell coming off that thing like it's about to burn out. Yeah, you run the risk. And the sad thing about it is Sony does not clean them. You have to clean it, but you can't avoid the warranty. Their thing is, well, just spray the inside out and you should be good to go. That's got to go somewhere. Oh, don't forget your power supply too. Basically, is going to burn out too on top of that. So you run the risk of that. Now, mind you, if my radiator system, which I have easy access to, like someone inside of a case, yeah, good luck on trying to rip the radiator system out. You got to pull the entire motherboard. You have to dismantle most of that PC to get it out of there so you can actually clean it down. Mine's already open. So I just move two fans, done. It's an open system. That's why. Easier to clean, much easier to clean. So like I said, each his own to how you want to actually do your setup at the end of the day. I prefer open. Some people like open. Some people like the closed cases. It's for modifications. But the reason why I didn't like closed cases, because every time I went to go in and clean the system, I had to pull the motherboard out, or something was in the way. I had to yank it out and get out of the way, get access to it. So I kind of like the open case. That's my thing at the end of the day. And some people may not like open cases because they feel the open cases generate more dust to the system. It doesn't have the protection of the case. So like I said, each his own. I like when I see people build PCs. I'm not into the big boy parts. I'm into watching the people who build parts out of next to nothing and get those things to work. Those ones I'm super impressed with. Because if you can take basic minimum parts and run high-end games off of that, hats off. Those are the people at the end of the day I really have the highest respect for, because they can cheat and go buy big boy parts in the day, but they do bare minimum, man. And these are the guys who went on into the Dell systems. There is a whole category of building cheap gaming PCs because of these guys went on and say, hey, let's convert a Dell into a gaming PC. For the console gamers at the end of the day who sit there and say at the end of the day, yeah, it's you. Don't say it's not, because it is you. Who come up there and say, oh, that's stupid. Who would build something out of something that old? Your concept of a PC build is like something with these crazy, insane, expensive parts, freaking wall-to-wall wrapped in monitors and all that stuff. I remember I was going through with these jokers basically back when the PS4 came out, and someone sent me this message. It was the most funniest thing I ever heard in my entire life. It was funny. Oh, you PC master race, that's what they call it, PC master race. You guys sit there in your golden mansions and cry golden. That's a good one. That's actually good. But no. I literally, this thing about it is, for the console gamer, that one guy, PC, wherever he is, we don't consider you to be PC. I don't consider you to be anything, because you go against your own kind, which is bad. So I don't consider you to be anything. But anyway, I guess you're the Uncle Tom of PCs. I'm pretty just best way I can put it. You're a traitor. But anyway, as for the console system, I'm looking. I got to see what the prices on this PS6 is going to be. It's going to be expensive. It is. It's going to be super expensive. You know, the sad thing about it is, they're going to squeeze you out of the system. They're definitely sooner or later going to get rid of the PS4. When the PS4 goes, that means that the PS5 is right behind it. They're going to definitely gut it and get rid of it. And they're going to start you off with a whole new system, whole new network, the whole 9 yards. But this thing is going to be expensive, but it's going to be an overpriced, hyped up PC that's probably going to have parts on it that we pretty much use for like older systems. I guarantee you, watch. Because if they're putting anything on it super expensive, oh, you're going to pay so much money. It's not even funny. They got to bleed you through the nose for that thing. Yeah. There's like no other way. When you think about it, there's no other way. There's no other way. What are they going to do? Give you ability to build your own system? Then what's the point of bringing out a system every 4 years or 5 years if you can build it yourself? The only time they market PCs, yeah, they market PCs for people who don't build. So if you don't build, and say freaking Dell comes out with a new gaming PC, or Alienware comes out with a new PC at the end of the day, the majority for people who don't build are going to buy those. People who can build are not going to buy them, because they know at the end of the day they're going to give you some crappy parts in there. Either it's going to give you like a really good motherboard, but then the RAM will probably be crappy. But then you get good RAM, and then the hard drive will be crappy. But then you get a good hard drive, and a freaking graphic card will be crappy. It's that kind of stuff that goes on. In order for you to get a perfect build, it's going to be very expensive. So you're better off building it yourself. You don't know what to get. You're better off just building it yourself. Because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to sell you parts you just don't need. I'll be in there laughing at some of these parts they put in there. I'll be like, you got to be freaking kidding me. How the freak is that even going to work? Can't be selling me them parts. What am I supposed to do with that? So now, for the guy who I'm gonna call you PC guy. That's what I'm calling you by, because you're not to be a king. My skills are far more advanced than yours, and I don't even call myself that. He's a little higher up. I don't give myself that credibility. I'm just a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude. That's all I am, buddy. I'm a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude. That's it. That's all I am. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all I am. Because you think you got a lot of powerful parts. You think your machine's all powerful. Man, I can upgrade your PC on a level you have never seen before. I'm talking about overclocking, please. Do not get me started. Not only can I overclock your system, I can build a cooling system and keep it super, super icy cold. You know, I had a PC that I dropped in vegetable oil. I got it down to 17 Celsius. You know how cold that is on a machine? 17 Celsius. Never had a machine over 30. Not one. And I had the i7 when they first came out and overclocked it. Had it at 17 Celsius and a tank unit. I'd write the whole, make the whole world sing. Bum, 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 bum. Are we done yet? Oh, heck no, we're not done yet. Man, this is just the beginning of the stage of the build. The crazy part about it was getting that sucker in there because it has some weight to it at the top. So I figured out how to lock it in so it doesn't go anywhere. So it's only locked by only two parts in there, and it stays in there. Because I want so I can take it in and out at will if I need to repair it. Now see, this is where my world is different from yours. Not only can I modify my own parts, what I want, I build my own screens. That's my formula right there. And I have a 67 code to that, which means I have 67 versions in which I can change that into any color I freaking want to match whatever I want in the day. I can make it ultra black so you can't see anything through it, but the image can pop through anything I want. I developed that technology. Well, God developed it. We're blessed to have it. And I can jump that from the screen size is that right now, which is actually a 43-inch. I can jump that to 200 inches. I can make it jet black, wrap it around me, put projectors behind me, and make an immersive screen. Nah, I love my technology and what I can do. What I can do. I'm really thinking about doing the desk that way. That color pattern when the lights were hitting, it was changing on the desk. I'm telling you, I'm thinking about it. That was cool. That PC back there. I almost forgot. We got to work on that next. We have our parts. We also have light systems. Oh, man. If you think the icebox looks insane, wait till you see the nuclear jungle. Oh, my goodness. I got a giant bullfrog coming in, by the way. That thing's going to look big like the hypno-frog. It's going to be freaking sick, man. It's going to be radioactive, whatever box. The whole 9 yards, man. And each one of those leaves is going to be painted with a beautiful color. That's why you buy some detail brushes. And then the flowers are going to be painted in different colors. All that's going to glow in the dark. It's going to make a neon nuclear jungle. It's going to be freaking beautiful when we get done with that in there. Oh, and I'm designing cloud system. Lights are already here for our cloud system. Yes. 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 You ever seen blue vegetable oil before? You know you can have blue vegetable oil. You know there's a way to do it without causing it to separate. And if you put water and food coloring in there, food coloring has water in it. And what that does is it's going to layer on the top that definitely will short out your parts. But there's a way actually to change and alter the color without basically causing separation. Isn't that freaking cool? So that means I can change the color. Oh, it's crazy. I'll tell you about it later. Got something that I'm experimenting on. Bum, 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 bum. 4K snow screensavers, snow. Hmm. Do 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 do. So yeah, my nice little setup. Now I'm doing this one in portrait mode because these PCs, these computers, not computers, but these projectors here have a kind of a portrait mode on them that if you tilt them up, they allow them to do a portrait mode easily. That's what I want to do, a portrait mode on here. But so I'm making a stand that allows me to switch back and forth. But most likely when I'm on my PC, I prefer portrait mode. I really do. I tried it one time. I tell people before you get into that, before you build the screen and get all into that at the end of the day, you want to make sure you try it first and see if you like it, if it's good for you. And that's what I did. I took a monitor and turned it on its, turned it upside down and played around with it before I actually built the 100-inch screen that actually is in portrait. I like the portrait better. Some pretty snowflakes on our screen. Push fish through it. That's what I like about these new screens we're developing. But the ones we have, like I said, are clearer than this. The new coating that we have, it's actually way clearer than this. Yep. Cool thing, right? Now, PC guy, do I dislike you? No, I do not dislike you at all in any way whatsoever. Why would I waste my time doing that? I have much to do, and I'm a very busy person. So now I don't get into adolescent nonsense at the end of the day. Other people do, but I don't. I just come out here and crush people. That's what I do. I educate and I crush. That's pretty much it. I don't have time for the back and forth nonsense. I went to your channel. Like I said, I saw your builds. If they are yours, I saw them. Very nice. Very, very nice. But like I said, I'm an older man at the end of the day. I don't have time for the tit for tat and all. You want to come on my channel and you want to, I don't know, snarl remarks, whatever, that's just you because you're immature. That's just how you are, okay? For me, on the other hand, I compliment you like the builds you have over there, but we're not on the same level as you can see. We're definitely in a different level. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm only showing a smidgen what I can do with the designing and building and all that other cool stuff. This is nothing compared to what I can do with this stuff. This is just me playing around, having fun. And I can literally build a giant case out of cardboard and design it with fans and whatever I want at the end of the day. See, that's the effect of bringing lights forward and back, forward and back. It adds depth to the image. A nice fish going back and forth. That's something stuck in my head. I know for another week. Matrix screensaver. I'm trapped in the Matrix. Okay, well, that right there is pretty much. You see my lights reactive when I talk. When I'm done with the desk is going to have these lights in it. So when I talk, it reacts, but also too, it's going to have a trace system throughout the entire desk. So like it's kind of a Tron, like the desk is actually thinking. It's like a pulse to it. That's what I'm doing with the next. I do like these lights. These are lights we give away for free. I like those lights. All right. Now we got the NOOB to do on the other side. That's going to pretty soon get that done. Then I got to finish the lights on this one for the projection screen over there with the RetroPie. Then we're building a Pac-Man version of it. And then my most favorite one, a zombie one, a World War Z, system set up. They're even going to have a hand sticking out the side of it like a zombie trying to grab you. It's going to be freaking sick when we get done with it. Definitely cause somebody have a seizure. Sense of freedom on the road. And Chevrolet. You can throw vortex to that sucker. So you should just came on and say, hey, the piece you have right there, what do you use it for? I said, it's a work PC. That's what it is, a work machine. That's what it's designed to do. It's work. Every once in a while, I play some games on it, but mainly it's a work machine. It's my business PC. And that one over there is my retro system for just retro games. None of these machines are designed to play high-powered games. I didn't design them that way. I designed them this way. I mean, people think at the end of the day that, oh, you have to have the expensive parts, and that way people think you're rich. No, man, you don't understand nothing about PC builders. And the person who called himself, I call you PC, apparently you don't either. People build their PCs for what they want to build them for. That was designed for work. It's not designed for my retro games. If I want to build me a high-end PC, I can build a high-end PC. It's not a problem. Snap custom parts together, that's it. Pretty easy to do. Snap it all into a case and you're done. That's it. Run your operating system and that's it, finished. There's no challenge in that for me. It's too easy. Now, we get in a Dell system that's going to fight me every freaking step of the way. It's going to fight me in programs. It's going to fight me in hardware. That's a challenge for me. Something I really get a chance to challenge against. That's how you learn things at the end of the day. If it's too easy for you to learn, then you won't learn anything from it. If it's harder for you to learn something from it, you will learn something how to fix and solve the problem. I just realized how to take the Dell system and run it through the liquid cooling system, which I found out how to do that with overriding the motherboard itself by just using a Molex 4-pin adapter system. That's it. Now, when I get my GTA custom PC built, drool, because you definitely will when you see that thing. And it's going to have a fluorescent screen sitting on it, which no one's seen those things yet. But, man, they are absolutely gorgeous. And if you're a gamer and you don't have one, then you're not a gamer. Oh, I like this vortex thing. So yeah, pretty soon we'll have the new screens on here, and the new screens on here are ultra lightweight. They're ultra lightweight and they're more transparent, but they have an invisible contrast levels and the heavy dark levels. It's sick. Wait till you see what they do. When we finish the one on this side, this one's going to hook up to the tropical rainforest. So I can make the glass on that side look like there's rain coming down on it. Anything I want. Anything I want. It's the best visual effects screen you could ever have for your PC. Now, you know, everything we build here, there's a bigger story behind it. I can't tell you what the bigger story behind this case is, but there is a story behind it. There actually is one. It's a prototype. Everything I build is designed to make money. I'm not just building for the sake of building it. It's actually involved with something that's designed to make money. The screens that sit on top of it, the giant cases, they're designed for something to make money. La di da di da di da 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 da. Can we get out? Let me see. Black background, beta fish. Yeah, it's spent $3,000 for a freaking PC because it could do a real visual screen on it. I'm gonna pay that kind of money? Oh, heck no. We developed that technology. There's no freaking way I'm going to pay that much money for some digital LCD screen at the end of the day. Sheesh, it's crazy. It's nowhere in the world. bam, 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 bam. Hmm. Four K demonstrations. We have some new ones on here. Hmm. Let's see what that's on it. LG Jazz demonstration. Did we not listen to what it said? LG Jazz demonstration. Those fans are 4,000 each. My liquid cooling system holds 8,000. The case has 8,000 because there's two of them in there. The hard drive has 4,000 sitting on it. So my hard drive has a 4,000 RPM sitting on top of it, which is, that hard drive is cooler than what you're running off an M2. And M2s, again, as I said before, them suckers heat up. They get really, really hot. So you got to figure out how you're going to cool that thing down. You definitely will not be using an AIO system. You're not built for it. You have to use basically the whole full system for liquid cooling, which means you're going to have to daisy chain that sucker. Which means you'll be jumping from CPU to GPU to RAM to hard drive, and back to your M2. If you know anything about how to do all that stuff at the end of the day, then you have to put in your radiator systems. You're going to have to pick out what type of fans you're going to use for those, the reservoir system, the pumping station, and then you're going to have to put these little tiny fans that connect in between. They allow for that liquid to flow a lot more smoother. So the fan system that the liquid pushes through allows it to flow faster. Then you're going to have to put some anti-corrosion in because that stuff builds up corrosion that can build up and block pipes, cause all kinds of problems. So yeah, it's a whole method on water cooling. But you're going to need one of those if you're going to basically keep that M2 nice and cold. Because M2s heat up. Unfortunately for the console, you don't have that option. Unless you're going to strip it and take it out and put it in another case. That case cannot accommodate a liquid cooling system. I figured out how to liquid cooling system M2 without basically buying that whole entire system set up. Now they'd be crying about this video too. Watch. Like, why? Why does he have to keep coming out and doing this? I guarantee they'll be crying about this video. They cry about every video. That's why we put out the matching betters and flexes. Get to work. You got time to be crying over my videos. You got time to be getting to work. Get your camera out. Get your products made. Get to work. Other than that, I got to post it up there. Please, haters, stop crying. Seriously, let me stop crying. It's embarrassing. It really is. It's really embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'll do one more. It's really embarrassing. So I put matching betters up there, right? Instead of running your mouth, get to work. As a matter of fact, this whole entire month is going to be dedicated to you. I'm going to put so many requests on you. Man, I got tons of videos. We got the big screen challenge, the 250s. Ooh, they'll be tomorrow. So I don't have to come online and say anything or on live or say anything. I'm going to let you know it's going to be all about you. All about you. And I got tons of videos on your stuff that no one's seen yet that we plan to post on your stuff failing horribly. I mean, horribly, that I haven't posted yet. You thought you got rid of the videos, right? We got them. And they're about to be posted tomorrow. Cancellations, all that stuff, it'll be posted. I want people to see at the end of the day on how badly yourself failed. And as for that Series C crap, come on now. Whoever's out there trying to get that stuff to work, neighbor next door, or that nonsense at the end of the day. Oh, by the way, I know where you live at. Yeah, that whole thing where you talk about Danny's product being no. His product ain't going anywhere. He can't get contracts. He can't get nothing for that product. You know why? Because he doesn't even know how that stuff works. We've been asking for gain range since day one. And mind you, he's going to court for this because he's selling a product right now on his website where he has false specifications and he can't even back it up. So we're going to challenge him in court. Unless the website disappears, but other than that, we're going to challenge him in court. So how in the world are you promoting a product that basically can't even back itself up? Consider the fact we have $700 worth of cancellations in their entire Pennsylvania, the state of Pennsylvania, missing from the shopping carts, including another additional 9 more states that are also missing. Those are people that asked for the product for us and we banned the state. Missing off his website. Consider the fact that the screen came up gray multiple times in 2 different demonstrations. He even had a fellow in England who claimed to have a screen with a 0.8 and 0.85 that had to be in the dark to use it. How does that even work with a gain that high? You should be able to operate outside like we do. So yeah, no. At all, period. So pretty much anyone who promotes that product, that means that you're promoting a scam network. And that involves conspiracy charges. And again, like I said, just because you got fake YouTube accounts don't mean you can't be found, because you can be found. Neighbor next door. Hey, by the way, nice little neck of the woods you live in. But anyway, let's leave it at that. So with that being said, yeah, his product never took off and never will at all, period. If he's scared to sell it to us at the end of the day, and he's willing to give us back $700, including $20 on a sample, and he had to pay PayPal back a fee on $20 for a sample, that's pretty bad. So yeah, good luck with all that. My technology is already contracted. I got people coming in to basically selling our products left and right. I got people coming to my office to check out my technology. You can't even explain what gain range is. Buddy, you better never pop that stuff up at a showroom. We'll be there. Definitely got some questions to ask. We got a lot of questions to ask you. At the end of the day, I bet you'll stumble. I bet you can't answer not one question. Mind you, on the blacklist, we emailed him multiple times to ask him about the gain range. Show us video. He can't tell us this at all. Scam paint. Y'all can't back yourself up for jack. Y'all can't back it up for jack. That's why y'all not making no money. His website's a dead site. Ain't no network, nothing's going on. It's a dead site. Nothing at all, period. There's no traffic, there's nothing. No customers and nobody's buying that stuff. You know, watch the guy sat there and said, what we have here, what you have there is a gray screen, not a black screen, what you claim to be. Try to lie on camera. And then try to turn around and re-edit the video, move out all the areas that were showing that the screen was coming up gray, and then curse in the video because he was frustrated. Interesting. That would not went well with any of the business meetings I had to go to. That would have failed miserably. What we have here. How the freak are you trying to explain that? What we have here is a great screen. What we have here. Unbelievable. I can't, y'all get so sad. It's unbelievable how sad you guys are. And you're crying on my channels? They're crying. Jeez. Have some dignity for yourself, for goodness sakes. Man up. Ooh, I like this one right here. This is pretty hot. What's this one right here? Yeah, that trace. Yeah, man, I forget something at the end of the day. Gee whiz Louise. You gotta be kidding me. Crying on my channel. Oh, my goodness. I'm like looking at people. You gotta be kidding me. Look, just make something. Forget it. Just forget it. You can't make anything. Forget it. Just forget it. I bet you couldn't even probably basically handle a coloring book. I guarantee you go outside the lines. Okay. Enough for question the naysayers. I expect you to cry about this. You understand me? Get to crying. Yeah, wow. Every time I come out here, I do something different. And all they do is cry about it. Don't do nothing. come on with a bunch of fake channels, like your own comments, like somebody supporting your dumb nonsense at the end of the day. Oh my goodness! Don't show any progress at all on your channel. I watch your stuff; it's horrible. Nothing. All you gotta do is mock us at the end of the day. That's all you can do is cry about what we do. Yeah, that won't get you anywhere. You won't put any money in your pocket. I'll tell you that much. As a matter of fact, I put money in my pocket because I'm suing you. We got lawsuits coming up this week. So I forgot about that. All right, let me get my whatchamacallit down here. I'm gonna get that done. That one's not ready to go in yet. I'm gonna go on my other PC right now. I'll start working on that thing. Ouch. Yeah. So I'm gonna generate new fans. It's some fans for money. That one. Done with this one. I'm gonna switch them over to the big screen. So the other guy had to realize that, look, you can build all the builds you want, buddy. PC guy. But your stuff is a dime a dozen. That's the thing. It's a dime a dozen. Everybody that's seen the same part, same machine, same screen. It's nothing new. Moderns, on the other hand, get more. You know why? Because we do stuff that you don't normally see on PCs. That's why. Our builds are different. Where your builds are like anyone else can build that. It's like you have the console scenario going on. You know, the consoles pretty much are all the same, except for different PC has different parts. But so consoles are all the same. In order for your console to stand out, you're going to have to do something to it that makes it different from all the other consoles. That's what makes it stand out. So if you see a console that's modified, if that's see-through, transparent, liquid cooling system, whatever they did to a neon lights, whatever, it's different. That's why people say like, wow, that's pretty cool at the end of the day. I look and say that's pretty cool at the end of the day. Doesn't make a difference. They're all the same part. They did something that thing I've never seen anything done before. It makes them different. Your builds at the end of the day are the same as what I've seen with everybody else. There's nothing different about it at all, period. See my lights moving when I talk? Boom, 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 boom. So you're not showing me anything impressive. I see your setup a dime a dozen. The same thing every day. The same thing. Same multiple monitors, same open PC. Maybe they'll have a statue inside of it. Maybe they'll have some stuff on it. That's it. And so they all they have. My desk, on the other hand, when I get done setting it up, because it's using our formula at the end of the day, I can drag and drop images across my desk. Yeah, you ever seen the grid floor? I actually built a room with a grid floor and like a giant microchip. Yeah, it was pretty interesting right there. That's a pretty cool build. But anyway, yeah. So with that being said, you got some nice setup in there. But to call yourself king at the end of the day, no. Don't even bother with that at the end of the day. Don't. You got to check out some of those crazy mods that people do are freaking unbelievable. I would never even call myself that to begin with at the end of the day either, at all, period. And I've seen people do some amazing stuff, and they don't even call themselves that. Come on down, get down. Welcome to the Terror Dome. Oh, did I check and modify projectors too? I can paint them to anything I want. I'm going to do me a Fallout projector. I'm dying to do one. I'm actually going to do all my projectors that way. So I'm going to show that pretty interesting. I want something really different than everybody else is. Yes. I can also work with delay switches too. I can actually tie my lights, put in delay switches, so like it's actually shorted up in that section, but it's actually charged up in this section. All that stuff comes with learning how to mod your stuff. I don't like going and checking out other people's mods. They build some beautiful stuff at the end of the day. And I never go on their channel today, oh, that's trash. No, I find this stuff fascinating. Even with somebody putting a PC in a pizza box, I find that beautiful. Everything. It's all modded to make them day. Because they took the effort to do something different. You took a standard way. It's a standard build. You put a light in the back. Big deal. You put whatever. I changed my power supplies. I don't like the color of my fans. I take them out and recolor them. I want to glow in the dark. I have them glow in the dark. I can even develop my own UV to make that thing so high fluorescent glow that it looks like radiation. I can turn the inside of that box to an alternate galaxy if I want to. Anything that I want. Or I can just take pieces and parts of everyday stuff laying around and put them all together and design different models and things I want to build and design. Anything. These things light up the way they're supposed to light up. They got the chasers on these. That thundercloud's going to have a really realistic. Oh, I can put my lights over there too. I finally got the PC moved off there too. I'll put my lights over here now. All right, Kenneth Byrd, how you like these lights? I love these lights. They're absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. I love them so much. I love these lights. Oh, by the way, those who basically supported the sale, hey, congratulations. You got an amazing looking screen. And those you didn't, well, you know, hey, whatever. I put out what, 4 match or better demonstrations. Are we going to get to those, gentlemen? Are we going to get those done? Or are we going to just sit there and cry on my channel? No, you're not going to get to them. Of course you're not going to get to them. Why would you get to them at the end of the day? You're lazy. Your stuff's not tested. Danny's missing over 20 tests involving black versus black. You're missing. Gotta have those tests. Can't do the test because the paint key's coming up gray. That's why. You can't do the test. Because you can't get it to turn black to begin with. You can't, you're missing 20. You see that test I just displayed? That's what you're supposed to get. You see it's ceiling like we have, that's 24,000 is ceiling, 25 in the projector, eco mode, and factory settings. You're supposed to have that test done. All your products are supposed to be tested. So we're going to challenge you in court, showing the judges that you went in, or judge, that you went in, you basically push products on the market, try to make a fast buck, and none of your stuff was tested. So the court's going to order for you to show those tests. And you don't have them, do you? So if you can't pay the test, you know what that means? You're going to pay the fines that come with it. And the fines are hefty. They're going to be a very, very expensive fines. Mind you, Mr. Rogers, you're going to owe me $100 million. Use my face without my permission. We have not forgot about that. I want you to think we forgot about that. Did not give you permission to use my face, right? All right, then. With that being said, $100 million lawsuit coming your way. All righty, then. Look at that, how we transfer the image over here on the Black Technology. This is the size of my giant screen. Isn't it freaking awesome? I freaking love that. On my projector that cost me roughly only $50 on amazing Black Technology. That is unstoppable. Kaboom. On every freaking level. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. What's this? Whoa, that's definitely Seizure City. Make you go, bleh. Excuse me, people. Didn't mean to burp right there, but I had to do it. 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 Do we have any? Let's see. Cyberpunk display screensavers. So, let me get this straight real quick. Now, anyone, any customer, we don't care who you are, if you decide to make the decision to try to cop up some dumb nonsense on our product. Mind you, that paint you just purchased literally has a policy that sits inside of it that if the batch number in any way is violated, this could cost you $1 million in court. It's a serious product. If you receive a letter from us, which Fernando, we're not worried about sending you a letter because you got something far more coming your way pretty soon. So we don't care. At this particular point, don't care. I'm never going to see you again anyway. So moving on. But anyway, that's what that policy's in there for. So we had somebody contact us and we mentioned, that little thing, what that stands for. He read to the policy. Oh, shoot. Yeah, there you go. Don't think you're going to make up a false accusation against our product and then turn around and think that you're going to keep the product and the money. No, we would take you to court. On top of that, if you go to your bank and you do something called chargeback, we will contact your bank. Lawyers and all will reach out to your bank and give them a long talk and say, look, this is the product. It was batch numbered, so forth and so. Explain to them crystal clear what the bank's going to do. They're going to file bank fraud against you. And then we're going to file against you. It's not going to go well in any way whatsoever. That's why this product's tested that way. That's why we have these batch numbers, all testing our product before product is shipped out, so we can back ourselves 100% in court, and the customer gets a 100% guarantee. But we do get customers out there who think they can get around the batch number. Trust me, it's a game you don't want to play. No, pretty soon I'm going to have my showroom. I have these things on display, and if you're skeptical, go down and see the screen for yourself. We'll leave Kleenexes at the door, so when you cry, you're amazement how incredible this stuff looks. Ooh, man, this paint is absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. It matches the neon lights. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh, my goodness. Oh. I'm sorry, people. I like to have fun. But anyway, as for technology, that someone claimed that it was too dark to be seen at the end of the day. Interesting, isn't it? We're not worried about that. What he's about to pay for right now, pretty soon, he's going to pay in a big way. And I mean a very, very big way. You reap what you sow. That's what I tell people about life at the end of the day. The more you do, the more you got to pay back. And he's going to have to pay back a lot. Some of that may be in blood. It's going to be bad. It's going to be pretty bad. It's going to be pretty bad. Now, for those of you people thinking, no. He's being transferred. He's going to be transferred to another state, another country. You have no idea what might go on over there at the end of the day. Mind you, you don't have any rights in any way whatsoever. Unlike when you get locked up over here, you have rights. You have a certain amount of rights that you do have. If you're beaten or tortured in any way whatsoever, that person can go to court. They can be prosecuted. But if this is in another third world country, it's a different story. But you got to be very careful. That's why I tell people when you go travel, go out having your fun. Don't disrespect other countries. Don't do that. And then when you do something dumb, the first thing they want to start screaming, I'm an American. I hate that so much. I really do. That makes all of us look bad. It does. It makes us look like a bunch of entitled, spoiled brats that we go to somebody's country, disrespect their statutes, disrespect their rules down there, and the minute they arrest us or something goes wrong, the first thing they start screaming, they're in self-entitlement. Oh, I'm American. You can't do this, can't do that. Oh, yeah, right. You get whatever it's going to come to you because you deserve it 100%. You shouldn't have been overdoing anything you must be doing. Now, if you're minding your own business, did nothing wrong, and somebody did, that's a different story. But if you were over there and they got you in video destroying stuff, yeah, you deserve whatever they give you. Never can understand why people do dumb stuff like that. Oh, this is beautiful. How come we couldn't find this for the floor? I like this. This is really cool. It doesn't make me feel like going on camera. I like it. Are you paused over there? You're still going. You're paused over there. Oh, that's a PC running a 1050 graphic card, by the way. Oh, Pentium 5 processor. Oh, PC. But that screen right there makes it look absolutely incredible because it makes 720p look outstanding. I'm definitely coming back to this. I like this. I like it. I like it a lot. Coming back to that one. I'm going to go with oh, no. Stay right there. Stay right there. Get me another one. This is my PC screen. Pretty sure that my 235 point over there is going to be next. The next one putting in. Oh, that's pretty hot right there. And that feels builder? It is. Oh, let me watch that. Oh, the demonstration we did show the horizontal vortex projector mapping applications. I do expect for you to have that past the due date. And anyone on YouTube seen those due dates, make sure you check their channels to make sure they did the demonstrations. So you better get cracking on some projector mapping applications because you're going to need it to run that. So what do you do when someone calls you and says, hey, you don't work with projector mapping? Yeah, some $50 paint run on projector mapping applications. Oh, heck no. Oh, this is pretty hot. All right. Let me see. Man, I like this neon light we got here. I usually don't play these things with lights up mostly. I thought I'd have a little fun here. We got the PC running over there. We have here. Let me see. OLED demonstrations, 4K. Can't read that. See that 100% black? Your gray and white screens can't pick that up. You have to pick up a 100% black to read, but it just popped up. So how in the world are you going to compete with this technology? You don't have anything to compete with our black screen paint. So the screen looks, that's how you're supposed to be reading. 100% black. How are you going to compete with that machine, with that screen? And again, we don't require expensive projectors. Oh, and by the way, that's good enough for 1050 graphic card, which are called outdated, right? Not by that technology, is not. 720p projector discontinued in 2011. That'd be outdated too, right? Oh, guess what? Not by that screen paint. Oh, look how amazing! I got to do a shirt on this one. This is beautiful. I like this. What was this one called? Yeah, I might do this one in the conference room. That looks hot. We got another splatter screen to make too. See that splatter screen we did just below top and the bottom? We do another one. With a little stripe here, little stripe, like stripe. Only our stuff reads. Now, for Rogers, let me explain something to you why no one will buy your product. You don't have enough testing on your stuff at all, period. When people do that comparison, they're comparing my test, your test, and they can't find your test. That's why you're not going to make any money. I have more customers than you. I've been around longer. And mind you, buddy, I invented black technology. You're talking to the creator, the original person who developed it. Where were you at when I was making black technology 8 years ago? You weren't even thought of. So how in the world are you going to basically read a person who has years of knowledge in this deal? Heck, I can even make it invisible and play it outside at 300 ohms. Oh, wait, we already did that already. You don't have any skill level at that. You're just a person who talks a lot of nonsense. But better hope you talk that nonsense pretty good, because I'll see you in court real soon. 2 lawsuits are coming your way now. Screen's coming up gray on camera. That's just pathetic. That's why people buy. They buy from me. You got a batch number guarantee with that stuff it's going to work when I pull it out of the can? No, you don't. Because you can't even back it up. Now, when we get to court, you're going to explain crystal clear what gain range is. Because again, you made it up, right? And you're selling it on your website. So you got to make sure whatever you're selling is the truth. Because I'm going to challenge you in court on that. Oh, look at that, man. That is absolutely beautiful. I like this video. I need to get a snapshot of this title. The title of this thing called. Where is it? We're actually going to do this thing in a demonstration. What? Where's the freaking other camera? I got it on me. Duh. Oh, let me see. Look how gorgeous that looks. Dedicated theater rooms make you drool at the end of the day. He sat there on camera one time and sat there and said that his gray paint is fantastic for dedicated. No, stop it. Stop it. You can't read black. Any gray screen, I don't care who you are. If you're making that accusation that your gray paint is fantastic for dedicated, you're a liar because you can't read black. Tell me how you read in the black, which is required. Tell me how you're picking it up. I'll challenge you in court in a hot second. If I email you and you can't explain it to me, I'll challenge you in court. Tell me how that thing is, your paint's picking up a black level like that. As you see, we pick up that 1% black, beautiful bright colors, the whole 9 yards, everything. So how are you reading that black level at 100%? Because last I checked, like I said, Darth Vader's armor is not gray, it's black. So how are you picking up the black? Now, you're going to say it comes down to the projector? That's bullcrap. You better be to back that up in court because it doesn't come down to the projector. Projector can produce it. It can't see it when it hits the screen. My projector is pushing off black. Screen's reading black. So how are you picking that up? So guess what? You don't work in dedicated theater rooms. You don't work anywhere. What about infinity ceilings? Can you paint your ceiling and actually show a star system while the lights are on? Of course you can. Your screen will turn gray. So guess what? You can't use there either. What about projector mapping application? I already showed in the video where I can draw on my screen in white and it'll pick up. I draw on your screen in black, it doesn't read. Lasers on that projector mapping application software coming from that camera system can't see it on your screen because you don't read it. Anybody who works in projector mapping application already knows from the door. If you try to feed them that dumb nonsense, like, no. You can't read black off a gray screen in projector mapping. It doesn't work. I'm loving this. I'm loving this image. What do we got on this image real quick? I'm going to pull this up. Let's see what this is. This is stellar. Oh, man. We got to put a dome in here one day. I got to build me a dome. Definitely got to build me a dome for something like this. This would be hot. Hold on for a minute. I need to get what this is called. All right. Yeah, I might build me a dome. I'm going to stick this thing in a dome. This is a really nice outer space video. Let me see. I correct. This is called Stellar Demo. Yeah, I got the whole thing right here. Okay, cool. Let me make sure I got it here. Definitely playing this back to death. I got a black rear projection screen technology coming out. I plan to use it on that. And I want to use it on that new screen over there at 235.1. I missed the part. I quite exploded. They work like they do. Can't turn the lights on. Your stuff don't work. Ugh. Just like we have in here, this is nothing. Your stuff will eat through your screen in no time at all. Your stuff won't run. Even a splatter screen. My friend, we gotta do a splatter screen. I gotta do a splatter screen. You can't pick up the black levels because your screen's not black. How would that work? Tell me. Tell me how that works. How would we do this? Yeah, we can't because you can't read black. That's why. Yeah. All right. As for on PC, I got to do a short on that. And definitely going to have some fun with this thing. And some more demonstrations. I'm definitely using this one. I'm going to do a splatter screen. I got a splatter screen coming up on the gray mixer, the refusal. I'm going to do a splatter screen. I'm going to paint my initials into the gray screen. Only the other stuff comes up. That screen ain't picking up jack. If I knew he was going to refuse it, I'd have sent him a gallon. I got more than enough paint inside. Technically, I can make as much as I want because he's refused it. I don't even refuse the product. He refused it. He just didn't want to do it. So, and hobby paint was cheap. Cost me $11 to do it. Even with the mica. $11. Or I can just get Taco's blanket over there. It's the same thing. Or the other cat blanket over here, which is lighter. It's the same thing. What's this? See, just to check your pockets. I had money in my pocket. All right, that's basically about it. Had some fun. Came on camera. Might some people crying today about this. You know they're gonna be crying on their channel. No. You should do that. They cry a lot. So, haters, please don't cry. Okay. Get a little comments like you usually do on your fake channels. Like in your own comments. I'm gonna check out real quick. Can I run the adapter for this? I put things back to make things normal here. I've got so much stuff all over the place. Because I was working here. Based on that machine. I'm going ready to go. This is a statement called I'm disappointed. Go to your channels, don't see nothing on there. I'm disappointed. Never crying about me. I'm disappointed. I got customers say, man, those guys cry about you a lot. They do cry about you a lot. You know how embarrassing it is? You know how embarrassing it really is? We crush y'all so badly that y'all return money back to my accounts in droves. Y'all pull your eBay listings down, websites down, marketplaces. We got it all on the blacklist. Everything's there. Anyone see anything I'm talking about? Get you to cancel entire states. Got Mr. Williams to go mad. Mr. Williams really went mad and stripped down to his underwear and basically started sending pictures of himself all through the mail, committing massive crimes, got himself in a lot of trouble. The bad part about it is, that's not even the bad part. The bad part is when we get to court. Those are the bad parts. Divorce can pop up. You destroyed your whole entire life for pain. And Mr. Williams, or he's going to involve everybody. Two people that are snitches. Well, I think the snitches are Williams and Jamie, but Jamie's not going to be around. Whatever he says, it doesn't make a difference. They don't care. Only they care about, at the end of the day, he committed crimes in the United States, he committed crimes against the company, he's undocumented. That's all they care about. So I thought they probably never contact me, they might not. Which I wish they would, but they won't. So he's done. But Williams, on the other hand, Williams on snitch. I know for a fact that him and Rogers, whatever went on between those two, and I don't care, Rogers bans his state. Because he's missing, he's not in there. So, I don't know what went on between those two. Maybe Rogers realized he was a nutcase and tried to get away from him. And then whenever he tried to get party from him, and maybe he started stalking Rogers. But whatever went on there, the video of him talking about how much he don't like him. Neither do I care. Well, you guys, man, got nothing to show for it. Mr. McAfee sitting over there right now, not knowing when. I know when. I'm not going to tell you when. It's none of your business. You'll figure out when it happens. But there is going to be a time when someone's going to come to your front door and they're going to be law enforcement officers, and you're going to basically explain to your wife the dumb stuff that you did on camera involving someone's company in committing fraud into making fake receipts and using the United States Postal Service to commit those crimes. Also, the identity theft of someone's bar, their business, that you use to commit these crimes. Hopefully, they may be understanding, but it may not be, because the lawsuits are going to hit in that place in the day. You don't have the money to take the hit. You don't make a lot of money. So, I'm going to figure out something, because that bar is going to want their money. I know that from the fact. I would. Someone use my address at the end of the day without permission. Heck, I'm suing you. Got me involved in a bunch of crazy nonsense I had nothing to do with it. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to sue you. And they're probably going to press charges along with us. So, got that to worry about. So, I know deep down inside, gentlemen, that you're probably thinking that I'm going to put it in the back of my mind and try to forget about it, but every once in a while, you're reminded it's going to happen to you. It is going to happen. Right now, as we speak, I tell you, I've been working with agencies of getting all this information together to get you guys all rounded up into a courtroom. Unfortunately, the head leader of it all ain't going to be here because he's undocumented. He may be shipped to a third world country. I have no idea. He's going to go somewhere, but it ain't going to be here. And we're not going to see him again. We know that. I know that for a fact we're not going to be the prosecutor now. He's going someplace else. We're going to put that $1,000 down on that freaking whatchamacallit for a federal court. We ain't got to put Jack down now. They're going to take him. It doesn't make a difference if my lawyers say, hey, we need him here, blah, blah. It don't make a difference. ICE overrides everything. Nope, ain't going to do Jack. Once they get there, it's the end of it. And again, before you want to go Mr. Crybaby on everybody and blame everybody for the dumb stuff you did, no one told you to commit federal crimes, including touching our copyrights. At the end of the day, that's a serious federal crime. So you did all that yourself. Now you be big bad guy when they get there. They're going to be watching this building right now. They got his YouTube channel and everything. They gave him all your social media outlets. They got everything. And don't try to use that innocent bystander nonsense when you're in lockup, because you're going to get your butt kicked in. Because again, they know what you're in there for. That place is for people. Anybody in there has done jack and got picked up by accident, they don't belong in there. People commit crimes, you belong in there. It's like people commit crimes, belong in jail. I wish, Brandon, we could have you over here. Because I want to see your face when they take you off, but I can't. I won't get that opportunity. We want to override a decision. That's not my problem. Oh, I forgot to take that down. I should have taken that down. Yeah, I'm trying to bring that down. Yeah, he comes to the room from time to time. We know he's in here. He's in the room. He comes in the room from time to time. So you know, Fernando, you're being watched. I guarantee you. Questions and answers at the end of the day. I'll never you're being watched. So when you pop on your YouTube channel, we explain to you that we have problems with you attacking our company. And they've been on your YouTube channel, and they've probably seen all the evidence of you attacking my company. So you're already watched. So when you get there, I expect to hear you stutter, carry on, the whole night, and nothing you can do. Let me see. Which way are we going to do this? Oh, okay. So that's power for this. That's not power for that. That is power for that. That's power for the Molex for the fans right here. So we have one here. It connects to this. There's one here that connects to this. Freaking PC guy had a nerve to get on my channel and brag about how his skill levels are. Man, you couldn't come close to it. In the world I live in, you don't even come close. Like I said, anyone can buy parts. What could you do with this when it comes to your PC? Do you know what to do with something like this? Of course you don't. Because you're not a modder, that's why. What's the matter? What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? I don't know what the matter. What's the matter with you? I don't even know what the matter is. Question. Can you make a thundercloud activate under vegetable oil? I can. And let me see. We run it through here, here, and here. That's power for fans. This is the power for the phone. Let me see, get in there. Just shimmy this in here. It goes to work. And there's one output here. I'm going to get those lights in there. But it's frightening me a little bit. Come on. Get in there. Let me try to set that and put this in here. Alright. That's that, huh? Oh, these are disconnected. Why are these disconnected? From what? They're definitely disconnected. Not you. You're disconnected from something else. Disconnected from this. Why are we disconnected here? I should never be disconnected. That needs to be taped down. That is not secure. Oh, that's just fantastic. Let's just snap it off. All right. There we go. Now, you see the contraption we built here? A little modification. This right here is, this is a Molex adapter to 4-pin adapter, which runs all our fans here. We'll run it through a Y adapter through here that connects directly into the Molex power supply without using a motherboard. It shows you how to power up your fans without using motherboards. And over here, to get the lights to work, we run SATA to Molex adapter, back into Y adapter, back into power supply that runs all this. And therefore, that way you can hook up your fans if you want to without ever using a motherboard. Ta-da! Nice little wire system. And you never have to run a motherboard ever. So if you got a cool desk that you built and you want to put fans all in it and all that other good stuff, you know, you could do that without running any form of the components needed to actually power it through a board. And the adapter is right over there. That's the adapter. It also has a kill switch on it that shuts it completely off. Bam, 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 bam. What do you do, Mr. Byrd? We do everything. 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 Yep. You know, it's funny that in my head, everything updates. I told you I learned all this stuff from God. All my stuff updates in my head. I just got a hold of these things, I think about a few months ago, and I'm used to using Molex adapters, not RGBs. So I couldn't figure out exactly how all this hooked up. And then I was walking down the street, the Lord showed me. So now I can modify these things anywhere I want. Not only does he show me how to run them, but to modify in any way that I want. See, the difference is that my technology was given to me through divine spirit. That's how my technology was given to me by God. the maker of all things. That's where mine came from. Curious. This is 4-pin. That should be an easy fit for 4 pins right there. I thought so. Woo! Get you out of there. Let me see. Bam, 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 bam. Let me see something for a minute. Is that fan even moving? It is moving. Is it? Let me see something. Something moving. Oh, it's not hooked up. One of these is not running. Oh, you never hooked these up. That's why it's still sitting there. So how can we not run these? Let me see. I know something in there. I gotta take it out. It's causing your clickety clack. Okay, I gotta get in there and figure out what's making you click. But until then, now we have that fan's on. That one's running there. 2 fans are running back to back. So one's going out. See, that's what gives that fancy display off for your fans. You gotta basically be able to marry your fans together. Isn't that pretty cool looking? That's what we do. That's what we do. Look at that. Bam! Bam, 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 bam. Now this right here has Molex. Just straight Molex. So we have to get Molex to 4-pin to run it back through here to here. We're going to do all this wire management, make all this disappear, and then we got all this goodness going on in here. But again, as I explained to the other fellow, what can we turn this into? You'd be surprised. We're going to add it to this over here. What do you think we're going to use this for? Use your imagination. If a console gamer's like, what the frick? What's all those wires for? Hey, I'm the same way. Trust me. In some places, I'll be like, what the frick are all them wires for? And only one that thinks at the end of the day. I see some hookups like, gee whiz, really? All this wiring? What is all this for? So you ain't the only one. There's something clickety clacky in here. Oh, I got tweezers. Good. I just got them. I'm going to open that sucker up and figure out what's causing it. Because there's something in there. Could be some of the gook I put around it. Could be causing the refraction. It's a 3-fan system right here. 1, 2, 3. Now, if you have too many chained together, this also too can slow down the RPMs. That's why we put in a fan speed controller. But we don't need it for that because it's not designed to cool anything down. This is all designed for show. It's a screen that's going across this, so we game off of it. RetroPie system sits right here. Boom! Right there. All set up for the RetroPie right there. RetroPie is going to sit right here. Keep it nice and frosty. And then we're going to put a peekaboo window here. Sorry about that. Put a peekaboo window here so you can see inside the cool RetroPie lights and stuff going off in here. And then up here, boom, we got the screen across here. We can game right through the screen. Look at all these cool spectacle lights. What are you doing? I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Oh, by the way, we're putting built-in Bluetooth speakers too on top of that, so we can hook it up to the system we have over here, so we can actually game and hear sound coming from the back of the screen as we came to it. Isn't that crazy? And you're doing it again. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Anyway, that's the fun I like to have people at the end of the day. Now, hopefully, what I do here encourages PC Guy to say, you know what? I'm going to do the modding just like him. Good. I hope you do. I hope you learn a lot of new stuff in the process. I hope you develop some really cool stuff. If I can encourage someone else to do the whole modding thing like I like to do at the end of the day, hey, my job is done. What you expecting me at the end of the day to just go through this whole hatred process? Which I ain't got time for that. Man, I got things to do. Look at that. Look at that. That's the paint job we put on there to make it look absolutely crazy. Crazy, I tell you. Crazy. Where's the friggin' switches for this thing? They got the remote control. One shot checking those out too. I like the remote control. But then again, I'll probably remote control like trick with the lights. No, that's not you. There's a remote control right there. Everything's in black over here. Crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna get that crickety sound as soon as I finish working on all this stuff right here. Yeah, I love it. Ooh, the dim and the brightness with the dimness. Those come up white because we want those to look icy nice. All right, we're having a lot of fun here, people. I just stopped in. I'm not singing that song. I've got too much to do right now. Do not entertain that song at the end of the day. We don't entertain them. Take the lights off the top. Can't stand those lights. All right. Hope we enjoyed. We had some time, some fun here. Yip, and all that good stuff. Let me see. What's the kill switch for this thing? Let me see. We've got a nice kill switch. The first ones that came out didn't have kill switches. These have kill switches now. So this is a Molex power supply. So you can basically test fans and all that other good stuff at the end of the day. You don't have to have a PC to hook everything up to. That runs into my little box here. See a little adapter piece I can put in there, add a cardboard. So that way I can put my lights on. Put my switch in. Boom. All right, wire management. So most likely, I'm probably just going to cut something here, get extenders for everything in here so we can push everything over, bound it up, and put it all behind the back of this right here. And then cover that up with a piece of black border across there and decorate it. Hide them in there. We're going to Velcro that in, by the way. That's why we got these double-sided Velcro strips. Every modder should have these. Definitely want to get these at the end of the day. With double-sided strips. Right there. We got all your little cool toys right here. This is what we had to use right here to hook up. You don't have a... So you got an old Dell PC. 250-watt power supply. Usually, they come with two SATAs sometimes. Sometimes they may come with two Molexes. But this adapter allows you to convert your Molex to SATA right there. And vice versa. Got that too. Get over there. We don't need that. It's another one. They gave us a bunch of extras. This is the lighting system. Well, wait, the lighting system's going over there. So that's for that. And that's going to be, this is an actual projection screen. It's not a PC, but we're going to put a retro in it anyway, just for fun. Why? Why not? I got to finish frosting my stuff at the end of the day because that PC silver is going to require some more work. We're not even done with that yet. It's not even close to finishing that one right there. Let's see. Got to do the panels for the outside, panels for the back for the whatchamacallit to bring the screen over. That one requires wireless keyboard and mouse, so we get rid of those now. I can't stand those wires, get them on my nerves. Wireless headsets definitely going in. That right there, the network adapter has to be pulled out. It's too big. I need something small, a little thumb drive in there. That's for this one over here. And then we got to put some more overgrown vines. All the vines to be painted so they all glow in the dark. Put some kind of bio-hypno frog in there somewhere. Definitely something pretty cool looking. Put a couple of frogs in there, giant frogs in there, because of the radiation. Then we're going to put a cloud system right over top of it, so it looks like it's actually cracking thunderstorms in the background. So before we get done with it, quite hype. And we have to change up the stickers from wet paint to radiation. We're just going to make our own stickers. Yeah! That's what it's like, people. That's what it's like working with Ken. We do things different over here. Like one of the Disney channels. Disney channels. They talk like they're like, I don't know, like Barney. Like over here, what we're gonna do today? We're gonna put some stuff together. It's gonna be absolutely magnificent. That's what we're gonna do today. Went to the museum to check out old 18th century quilts. It was quite fascinating. I love artwork. I do. I love art. Doesn't make a difference what it is. I like art. So hopefully next week we have time. I won't be on live stream for that. Only came on live stream for this. Just one moment to show off this thing over here. That's basically about it. But no, we're not going to be doing live stream every day. I really don't have the time. But that thing right there, that's going to be done. Do a short on it. I'm about to do a short on this one over here. It's done. And that's it. Is that right, top? Yeah. And all that involves, that whole thing being built involves the projection screen that we're selling. Oh, I got to look at that contract for the advertising firm. I got my contract. I got my contract for the advertising firm. See, naysayers, I see you working so hard to try to shut my product down. But remember, I serve God at the end of the day. You got to go against God, and that's just not going to work. You already know that from the door. So we got our advertising contract, which means that a major company is going to be advertising our technology way out there in that high-end field. Where other people can see that technology. Oh, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. But anyway, everything you have tried has failed. And yet you're so desperate. You just keep on trying. And you keep failing. It's like every time you fall off, you swallow more dirt. Each time. And one of these times, you're going to swallow some dirt. It's going to be a large stone in there, and you might choke to death on that. Because, sometimes the Lord does run out of patience. Thank God he didn't run out of patience on me. I am so thankful about that, man, because a number of things could have went wrong in that whole situation. He's always patient, but he doesn't run out of patience on people. He does. I'm so glad he didn't run out on me. Now, two ways that can go. You can eat some of that dirt, and you can have a large stone in there that can caught your throat, and some people don't make it back. Some people do cough up that stone, but they learn from that experience and they don't go back. The ones that cough on the stone are the ones who give them second chances, and the ones who choke and die on it, they don't get those chances. They die. See, I told you before, there's a certain amount of people that are going to hell and a certain amount of people going to heaven. And hopefully you better pray you're not that one that pretty much is meant to go to hell. Because again, like I said, you're not meant to be on this earth forever, and you guys are old. Y'all don't take care of yourselves. I've seen you on your channel. You're overweight, probably smoke, you probably drink, eat nasty food all day long, and heavy, greasy food all the time will kill you. And judging by what I've seen what you look like on camera, y'all don't take care of yourselves. So, on top of that, the age of a man doesn't live that long at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And then, I don't have that type of stress because I have no kids and I'm not married whatsoever, so I have zero stress at all. I don't have any at all, period. But a man takes on a lot of stress when he takes on responsibility of family. And you guys in the day with some of the stuff you have already ticking off and about to happen to you, I couldn't imagine your stress level. It's got to be through the roof. If I realize that somewhere along the line in my life that I'm going to end up in a courtroom in front of a judge because I did dumb stuff online, yeah, I'd be kind of stressed out too. And then the whole anger and bitterness, that takes a lot from your life source too. So mind you, on top of that, consider the fact that you're not promised to be on the earth forever. You can die today, you die tomorrow. And you're not saved. Devil's work. So since you continue the devil's work and you're not saved, one of these days you may not wake up. One of these days you can walk out and have an accident. A number of things can happen to you on this earth. There's plenty of things on this earth that are going to try to kill you, including the devil himself. So the day could be your last day. And you're not even saved. So what do you think's waiting for you on the other side? Imagine that. And you found out today was your last day. How would you fix that? But you don't know. They could be your last day. There are people leaving out the door, coming and coming out. The day would be their last day. Because every time you turn on the news, somebody got killed in some poor way, or somebody had an accident, or somebody died. And it's their time. So how you don't know. And you're not protected. So whatever the devil's out there is going to try to kill you either way. So you're not protected by the blood. So you're in a lot of trouble. I'll tell you right now. I couldn't imagine walking out that door every day and not having the Lord protect me. I couldn't imagine walking out there. Do you have any idea how this world is set up at the end of the day? This world is designed to kill you on every level you could possibly think of. Like I told you, you could die anywhere. In your house, you could die, you could slip on something, fall down the stairs, break push it. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. Your gas line in your car could explode. Your brakes could go out. Your windshield could blow inward. You have any idea how much pressure hits a windshield? Did you ever realize that? There's a lot of pressure that strikes a windshield. If any of those bolts were to move out, that windshield would decapitate you, just like that. So a lot of things can go wrong. Barbecue grills, showers, anything. Even in the kitchen's the most dangerous place to be at. It's actually more dangerous to be at your home than any place else. You could be outside, be struck by a car. A lot of stuff can go wrong. Anything. You might not wake up the next day. Your heart can decide to just give out on you, or a piece of your ceiling. Your house can cave in on you. There's a lot of stuff. Gas leak. There's a lot of stuff that can kill you. Every day you walk outside, there's a high chance that you may not be coming back. And in between all that, the devil's sitting there trying to figure out ways to basically pull the perfect mousetrap, you've heard of that game back in the day, on trying to get you. And then you're out there doing stuff at the end of the day, it's against God's will. But you need that protection, because without that protection, you're a dead man or woman. Anything can happen. You can be at a restaurant eating, car can come right through the building. You can choke to death on your food. You get food poisoning. So a number of things can go wrong. You just don't understand how dangerous the world is. When you sit back and you really look at the world and what the world is, it's a dying giant death trap. It really is. And all well, the devil and his demons at the end of the day are just trying to figure out a way how to connect you to this and that to get you off the planet. So that way they can get you over there with them and say, hey, look, buddy, you're over here for life with us now. You have eternity to spend with us. Yep. And you sit back and look at me and say, how come you're not afraid? Because I'm not afraid. I'm protected by God. Why would I fear anything out there? I'm good. And besides, if it's my time to go, I know where I'm going. The scary thing about it is, do you know where you're going when you die? How many of you right now could basically leave right now? If God came to you right now and said, I'm taking your life, I require, how many of you ready to go? See? Talked about the man that made all this money, tore down his small barns to go bigger barns, so he can collect more gold. You can collect more cattle. You can collect more grain, because he was exceedingly wealthy. And then the Lord came to him and said, you're full, it's your soul I've acquired tonight. So all that he had gained was for nothing. That's what the term of toil under the sun. A man works by the sweat of his brow to give to another. Everything you have right now is for somebody else. Right privilege. And good candy. Good. If this scares you what I say, then you should be. Because you're not promised to come home. What does it say you're promised to come home? Anywhere, what does it say? You can be driving home and you can be crushed by a truck. Do I wish it on you? No. I hope you live a long life, but you're not promised a long life. Do you understand that? You have a timeline. No one's meant to be here forever. The stuff is, on the other hand, will be here. You won't be here. Tell me. Well, I'll leave that deep thought in there real quick. So, if you thought in the day that none of that phases you whatsoever, well, when your time comes, you'll remember what I said. I guarantee you. You'll remember what the words I just spoke out of my mouth. Are you ready? Some of you are going to be fighting it. Some of you are going to be scared. Some of you are going to be sitting there talking about in the back of your mind. You're not ready to go yet. But you don't have a choice. I think I get some God Love You tracks. I do a lot of walking back and forth. I could get people God Love You tracks all the way through while I'm walking through them. I'm gonna get a whole bunch of them printed up and just pass them out as I go through. I think it'd be a good idea. Trying to get the word out more. I actually got to put on my radio. I'm putting on my YouTube, my channel, the Family Radio Fellowship. Oh man, what's you call my phone? I got it on my phone. Man, the teachings on here are amazing. I used to listen to Family Radio back in the day. Then before they had the other guy on there, but he passed away. He's gone now. And he got good teachings on there. Good old-fashioned Christian music. I got several people to listen to Family Radio. This is good music. Fantastic Bible teaching. I'm telling you, you got people buying all kinds of death insurance. You got the wrong kind of insurance. You really do. Understand you're going to leave something home to your family, so, but you're not even prepared yourself. You can sit there and say, well, I'm going to get death insurance because I want to be prepared. I want to be ready. You're not ready. You're not. Because you're not saved at the end of the day. Finding Jesus and carrying that cross is the best insurance you'll ever have in your entire life. You're saying you want to leave something back to help your family at the end of the day? There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't have insurance. You're not 100% sure where you're going. If you're not 100% sure you don't know where you're going, the other one knows where you're going. I mean, a lot of people want to die off this earth this year, next year, and a year after that, and a year after that. If you're not saved, you're going to hell. People try to clean it up the best way they can and say, oh, but he was a good person. See, that's the problem you have. People start thinking they're God. You're not God. Read what it says in the Bible before you make that statement. Because now you're saying putting things in God's mouth that's not true. If you don't believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, baptize and wipe your sins clean, and pick up your cross and carry Jesus, which means you will not be doing the things of this world. You will have no desire to do the things of this world. These nightclubs and partying and drinking and carrying on and all that stuff, you won't have any desire for that because Jesus is not in that world. The devil will be in that world. You'll be home reading your Bible. You'll be in church. You'll be wanting to be close to God as close as you possibly can because you realize how close you were to the devil. And you want to get as far away from him as possible. When you call yourself being a Christian at the end of the day, and you want to be near the devil, then you're not a Christian at the end of the day. For these people who commit these acts, you're not of God. In no way whatsoever. You serve Satan. That's why you do what you do. But remember, you're not promised to be here forever. All right. Now, I'm done. I'm going to finish. I have some part my machine. I'm happy the locking system locked in. I got nothing else with it, so I finished for my rest of my equipment to get here. That's basically about it. I'm going to enjoy my system. Oh, by the way, that whole system picks up, so I can disconnect that because I'm taking the whole thing with me. Actually, I put a lot of work in that. Yeah. I got a picture with this. I'm going to start putting that on Family Radio right on my website. The app for you to download. All right, people, gotta go. Thank you for your time. God bless.